The reactor's hum deepens into a roar, shaking the lab's rusted walls, cracks spiderweb across the ceiling, revealing not rock but swirling galaxies beyond. Dr. Vex's hands tremble as the reactor's core pulses violet, casting his gaunt face in otherworldly light. A metallic voice crackles from the console, warning. Localized space-time collapse detected. He ignores it, pressing his palm against the reactor's shuddering surface. "Show me," he demands. The machine obeys. The far wall dissolves into a vortex of newborn stars, each one whispering equations he doesn't remember writing. Something moves in that impossible light, a silhouette with his own posture, but twisted, reaching back toward him with fingers made of collapsing nebulae. The voice from the console shifts, now eerily human. "Hello, architect," it says with his own exhausted chuckle. "Let's discuss your terms of surrender." The silhouette steps forward, the lab's gravity fails, and in that weightless moment before impact, the reactor's display flashes one word in dripping crimson letters: "Run." As the echoes of the reactor's final warning fade, the universe itself seems to hold its breath. Then the shockwave hits. Ripples of distorted reality surge outward from Vex's hidden lab, bending starlight and rewriting fundamental laws as they spread. Across known space, alarms blare on every scientific outpost, every warship, every observatory. The Galactic Science Tribunal's emergency channels flood with impossible data streams, readings that shouldn't exist, equations that can't be solved. Commander Lyra Cade doesn't wait for analysis. She's seen this pattern before in the archives, buried under layers of classified warnings. The moment her ship's sensors spike, she's already in her dropsuit, barking orders to her strike team. Full containment protocol. Assume reality breach in progress. The words taste like ash. No one's ever survived enforcing that order. The lab's crumbling corridors offer no resistance as Cade's squad breaches the inner chamber. What greets them defies every law she swore to protect. Vex stands bathed in the reactor's violet glow, but his shadow stretches wrong, forking into three directions at once, each version moving independently. The air smells of burnt ozone and something older, something that shouldn't have a scent at all. Cade's plasma pistol finds its mark without hesitation. "You've broken the one rule we swore to uphold." Her voice doesn't waver, though the gun's targeting system keeps glitching, insisting Vex exists in 7 places simultaneously. No tampering with universal constants. Vex doesn't flinch. His fingers dance across the reactor's surface like a pianist playing a forbidden sonata. "Who said I was tampering?" The smirk he wears isn't entirely his own. There's something borrowed in it, something recycled from a future not yet written. "I'm rewriting them." The reactor answers with a pulse that makes the very atoms in the room vibrate out of tune. Above them, the ceiling tears open not into sky, but into a city, a floating metropolis of crystalline spires and inverted gravity, bustling with citizens who stop mid-stride to stare downward. Cade's helmet display identifies the architecture as Chronosian, a civilization wiped from history 5 millennia ago. The reactor's display flickers with new text, anomaly stabilized. Population 8,422,016. Integration protocol initiated. Cade's second-in-command grabs her arm. "Commander, those people are real. Scanners show heartbeat signatures, neural activity." Vex interrupts without looking up. "Of course they are real. Every idea becomes real if you give it enough energy." His eyes reflect the floating city's skyline as it begins its slow descent toward the lab. Welcome to the first draft of tomorrow. The Tribunal's warships arrive overhead just as the city's lowest towers pierce through the ruined ceiling, their weapon systems cycling up with a hum that shakes the ground. But the reactor isn't done. Deep within its core, something darker stirs a second anomaly, hungry and waiting. As the floating city settles into place, its crystalline towers humming with impossible energy, the air crackles with a new kind of tension. This isn't just a breach in reality. It's a living, breathing world that shouldn't exist. The citizens of Echo 9 move through its streets with eerie purpose, their clothes woven from fabrics no loom could produce, their conversations peppered with references to events that never happened. Commander Cade's helmet display flickers wildly, struggling to categorize what her eyes refuse to believe. Then she sees her, Aya. The girl can't be more than 12, but her eyes hold the weight of centuries. She pushes through the crowd, her small hand clenched around a locket that pulses with the same violet light as Vex's reactor. When she opens it, the face inside stops Cade cold. It's Vex, but older, wearier, with scars the man before them doesn't yet bear. "You made us," Aya says, her voice steady despite the tribunal warships now eclipsing the sky. Their weapon ports glow like angry stars, targeting systems painting every inch of Echo 9 with lethal precision. "But you don't control us." Vex staggers back as if struck. His fingers twitch toward the reactor, but the equations scrolling across its surface no longer obey his commands. "That's not possible," he mutters. "I never programmed memories. I never programmed you." Aya's smile is a knife. "You didn't have to. Stories grow when you set them free." Above them, the lead tribunal battleship unleashes its first warning shot, a lance of plasma meant to carve the city in half. But the energy bends at the last moment, twisting like smoke around an invisible sphere. The reactor shrieks in protest, its casing fracturing as something new claws its way into existence beside them. Space itself peels back, revealing a black hole unlike any on record. This one breathes. With each pulse, the anomaly emits a sound that chills Cade to her core, a voiceprint matched to Vex's own, whispering a phrase that loops endlessly. "I've been here before." The warship's targeting systems go haywire, their sensors insisting the black hole is both there and not there, both now and always. Aya doesn't flinch. She presses the locket into Vex's shaking hand. "You thought you were writing the rules," she says as the data chip inside flares to life, projecting schematics of the reactor in a script only he could have written, but dated 300 years in the future. "Turns out you're just following them." The tribunal's lead scientist, Dr. Wren, barks a laugh over the comms. "Preposterous. Time loops violate every law of entropy." His ship's engines flare as he moves to intercept just as the black hole's event horizon ripples outward like a hungry mouth. One instant, Wren's cruiser is there, its shields at full power. The next, it's simply gone, no explosion, no debris, just silence where defiance once hung in the air. Vex stares at the schematics, then at the reactor, then at the city full of people who know his name. For the first time since he activated his creation, something like fear flickers across his face. The rules have changed, and the game has only just begun. But the moment stretches longer than physics should allow. The black hole doesn't just consume, it lingers, pulsing like a living thing, each thrum sending shockwaves through the fabric of space. The voice echoing from its depths isn't merely a recording, it's a confession, a plea, a warning all at once. "I've been here before." Vex's own words, twisted by time, loop back to haunt him. Aya steps closer, her small fingers prying open the locket. The data chip inside flares to life, projecting holograms of schematics too precise, too advanced to belong to this moment. The reactor's design is unmistakably Vex's every equation, every circuit bears his signature style, but the timestamp at the bottom freezes his blood. 300 years from now, you didn't just build a universe, Aya murmurs, her gaze locked on his. You're trapped inside it. The words land like a hammer. Around them, Echo 9 citizens watch in eerie silence, their faces a mosaic of grief and resolve. They know something he doesn't. Dr. Wren's laughter crackles over the comms, sharp with disbelief. Impossible, time loops violate every law of entropy. His cruiser banks hard, its weapons charging for another strike. This is some trick of Vex's, a hologram, a ruse. But the black hole's pulse quickens, as if offended. Before Wren can fire, the anomaly ripples outward. A single, hungering expansion. 1 second, his ship is there, engines blazing. The next, it's erased from existence, swallowed without a sound. The remaining tribunal forces reel. Targeting systems screech in protest, unable to reconcile what they've witnessed. The black hole isn't just defying physics, it's rewriting it. Cade's grip tightens on her pistol, but her aim wavers. Vex, she barks. What the hell did you create? He has no answer. The reactor's core, once obedient to his commands, now hums with a will of its own. The schematics floating between him and Aya shift, revealing new lines of code corrections, adjustments, as if the machine is teaching itself. Teaching him, Aya's hand brushes the reactor's casing. You thought you were writing the rules, she says softly, but the story was always bigger than you. The black hole's voice booms again, louder now, drowning out the chaos. I've been here before, and in that moment, Vex understands, this isn't a paradox. It's a pattern, a loop he's lived, will live, 1,000 times over. The reactor wasn't just his creation, it was his destiny, and as the black hole's maw yawns wider, swallowing the light from the stars themselves, one terrible truth becomes clear. The only way out is through. The weight of realization presses down on Vex like a collapsing star. The reactor's core pulses before him, its surface shifting like liquid metal, and now impossibly, it speaks. Not in static or code, but in his own voice, warped by something older than time. Every creator becomes their creation. It whispers, the words slithering into his skull. Aya's grip tightens on his arm, her nails biting through his sleeve. Listen to me, she urges, her voice raw with urgency. This thing isn't just breaking rules, it's eating them. You have to shut it down before there's nothing left to save. Vex's hands hover over the reactor's controls, trembling. Shutting it off would mean unraveling Echo 9, its streets, its people, all of them wiped from existence as if they'd never been. The faces of the crowd flash in his mind, the old man who thanked him for the sunrise, the child who asked if the stars were painted. They weren't just anomalies. They were alive. A thunderous crash shakes the lab as tribunal commandos blast through the barricades, their armor glinting under the reactor's erratic light. Their leader, a grizzled veteran with a scar splitting his brow, levels a plasma rifle at Vex's chest. Last chance, rogue, he snarls. Stand down, or we scorch this entire sector to ash. The squad's weapons hum to life, targeting not just Vex, but the reactor, the city above, the black hole still throbbing at the edge of the room, then light. A searing flash erupts from the reactor's heart, painting the walls with swirling patterns of impossible geometry. When the glare fades, a new anomaly hangs in the air, a door. Simple, unadorned, its surface etched with a single word in every language Vex has ever known, exit. Aya gasps. It's offering you a way out. The reactor's voice curls around them again, mocking. Or is it a way in? The tribunal leader barks an order, and his squad opens fire, but the bullets twist in midair, dissolving into sparks before they strike. The black hole's pulse quickens, its edges fraying like torn fabric. Time itself feels thin here, ready to snap. Vex stares at the door, then at Aya, her eyes wide with something between hope and terror. He knows what she's thinking. Behind that door could be salvation or a deeper prison. The reactor croons, "Choose, creator, but remember, you built the cage long before you knew you were in it." Outside, the sky cracks open. Echo 9 towers tremble as the black hole drinks the light from the stars. The tribunal's ships flicker in and out of existence, their crews screaming over dead comms. And in the center of it all, the door waits. Vex exhales. There's no more time for doubt, no more loops to restart. Whatever lies beyond that threshold, one truth is inescapable. The only way to end the cycle is to step through. And so, the final act unfolds. Vex makes his choice. With a breath that feels like his last, he whispers, "If I'm the architect, then I decide the ending." In one decisive motion, he hurls himself into the reactor's core, his body dissolving into the singularity. The moment he makes contact, reality itself shudders like a page torn from a book, then rewritten in ink made of starlight. Echo 9, with its bustling streets and hopeful faces, vanishes without a trace. The tribunal's warships, their weapons still primed, blink out of existence mid-salvo, as if they were nothing more than a glitch in the cosmos. The lab collapses inward, walls folding like paper, until all that remains is a single, searing point of light. Aya's voice cuts through the silence of the void, softer now but no less fierce. "You didn't destroy it," she says, and the words hang in the emptiness like a revelation. "You became it." As if in answer, the light pulses once, twice, then explodes outward in a wave of creation. Galaxies spiral into being, stars ignite, and planets coalesce from the dust of what once was. This new universe is born not with a bang, but with a whisper, its first law etched into the fabric of existence by an unseen hand. No creator is ever truly free. The irony isn't lost on the silence. Vex sought to control a cosmos, only to become part of its design. The reactor's taunt rings true. He built the cage long before he realized he was inside it. Yet in the end, his sacrifice rewrote the rules. The black hole with a heartbeat, gone, the fractures in time, sealed. Even the door labeled "Exit" dissolves into the newborn cosmos, its purpose fulfilled. And what of Aya? Some say her voice still lingers at the edge of this young universe, an echo woven into the quantum threads of reality. Others claim she stepped through her own door, one that led not to an ending, but to another beginning. As for the Galactic Science Tribunal, their records now tell a different story, one where Dr. Elias Vex died a rogue, his experiments lost to the void. They'll never know the truth, that his greatest failure was also his masterpiece. The light fades, the story closes, but the universe, it's just getting started. And somewhere in the space between atoms, a new voice whispers, one that sounds suspiciously like Vex. Let's see what happens next. If you enjoyed this journey through the chaos of creation, don't forget to subscribe for more tales where science and imagination collide. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story, and let us know in the comments what would you have done in Vex's place. Until next time, keep questioning the rules. Who knows, you might just rewrite a few.